Hello viewers, welcome to the Construction Safety Man channel. In the previous video of Safety Defined series, we discussed about what is safety, how we can measure safety, and how I define safety beyond the traditional parameters. We also planned on discussing about leading and lagging indicators of safety. In the upcoming videos, I also got a few feedback on my previous video, like including my introduction, smiling more, which seems to be a lot more difficult, and appealing to the viewers on the reason of this video series, which I will try to include in my present and future videos. I thank all the viewers for their comments and love to the channel. It is because of your continuous support that I am trying to share my thoughts and experience on safety through this channel. Likewise, I request all of you to view, share the video, and subscribe the channel for continuous updates. Please give your valuable comments on this video series. So going with the introduction, I am Prithvi. I am a construction safety expert with about 16 years of experience in this field. I am also currently pursuing my master's in environmental engineering along with my work. I started my career as a diploma engineer trainee in one of the largest EPC contracting organizations in India in 2007. Back then, our access to YouTube and all other knowledge sharing online platforms were not that easy. So I had to learn many topics related to safety on the job and from my seniors in the project sites. Today, even when online accessibility is very easy, knowledge sharing has not been that open. Most experts are accessible only through paid platforms, which is the main reason why I started this channel, so that at least my knowledge is shared to the community of young safety professionals freely. In the previous video, we discussed about what is safety, how we can define it, and what are the things that define safety beyond traditional parameters. In this present video, let us talk about leading and lagging performance indicators of safety. I have referred the below documents for preparation to this video, which are ISO 45004 2023, Occupational Health and Safety Management Guidelines on Performance Evaluation, Indian Standard 3786 1983, reaffirmed in 2002, Methods for computation of frequency and severity rates for industrial injuries and classification of industrial accidents. OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration Series 3970, using leading indicators to improve safety and health outcomes. Viewers can go through these documents via Google and get to know the technical part of these documents on their own. However, in this video, I will be talking about my understanding of how these performance indicators work and its implementation as far as safety is concerned. For any performance indicator, it is essential to have a measurement of plan, process, and outcomes that acts as inputs. These inputs are later modified to be presented as a relatively legible and presentable format that makes sense to the safety manager and the top management of any organization. This is my crude definition of performance indicators. That is, inputs, modification process, and representation of these inputs in an intelligent way. You can also view the diagram for better understanding. In safety performance indicators, it has always been traditionally about representing negative or lack of negative outcomes. Thus, lagging indicators are about past performance, like number of accidents, first aid cases, safe man hours, frequency rates, injury rates, and incident rates. Here we measure and represent various outcomes that have already occurred, while these indicators represent presence or absence of safety system within the overall management system. These are inference of certain aspects of safety management health. A regular example would be just because a construction project has achieved a certain amount of safe man hours, it does not mean the overall project is safe. It only means the project has recorded zero accidents during a certain period of time with a set of workers. Thus, performance indicators of safe man hours does not represent the overall health of safety systems. However, lagging indicators are helpful in alerting the safety officers about failures in a particular work area or process. Leaving us with the question of what other way can we represent the overall health status of safety system within our work zone or project sites. The other part of performance indicator is leading indicators, which are indicators of factors influencing the performance of a safety system. These can be of two sorts: measurement of inputs that go into planning, process, and operations of work that maintain a safe workplace, or inputs through lagging indicators such that leading indicators can drive change via lagging indicators. So we will check the first one, that is leading indicators through measurements of input to planning, process, and operation. Here various aspects which are inputs are measured as a leading indicator that might effectively improve the overall safety system effectiveness. The measurement of leading indicators are as follows: leadership involvement in safety system, planning and support in its implementation, worker participation in hazard identification and controlling establishment, process of hazard identification and assessment conducted, and quality and quantity of hazard recognized, and control measures proposed and its implementation, process evaluation of hazard prevention and controls that are established, training plans, training matrix, and its results. Our safety improvement program addressing the hazard identified during hazard identification and assessment process. Our effective communication systems established about safety to relevant stakeholders. These form the overall leading indicators for the first aspect. The second aspect of leading indicators represent is using various lagging indicators to generate leading indicators and thus improving the health of safety system. For example, we observe a certain type of injury in a particular work area, that is high number of fall from height injuries while slab shattering activities in a construction zone. That could point out to leading indicators such as whether hazard identification of the place that caused fall from height in slab shattering area is done. If so, what is the effectiveness of this identification? Whether work environment conditions such as heat exhaustion, high wind scenario, slippery work surface considered that might contribute to fall injuries. Whether control measures proposed for fall from height is effective enough. Whether related materials for control measures available in project site. Whether relevant work crew with knowledge to establish such control measures deployed for establishing control measures of fall from height to prevent fall from height. Whether workers are trained for safety in working at height before the deployment. Whether adequate inspection process is established to check the effectiveness of control measures against fall from height. Whether workers observation regarding hazards while working at height is recorded and adequately acted upon. Whether workers are involved in safety committee meetings to highlight their concerns related to fall from height. While on the onset, it looks like leading indicators are qualitative in nature, they are definitely also quantitative. All these questions that I listed below can be quantitative. Also, it is highly essential for leading indicators to be applied in PDCA cycle, Plan Do Check Act cycle. PDCA cycle is an essential part of leading indicators so that they are effective in establishment improvements to the safety systems. Thus, to conclude, while both the indicators serve a particular purpose in representation of safety system health, it is highly essential for us as safety professionals to use both the indicators to improve the safety systems of our organization and project sites. Thank you. Hope you liked the video. You can also suggest few topics that you would like to hear from me. Thank you.